stuff on that.
What you've got to bear in mind as well, I think, again...
It would have hardened by then, though. It'd be like a sweet lad.
I don't know. What do you come? Do you come glue?
Nah, listen, lad. If I haven't wanked in a couple of days, it's like glue.
Have you ever had the tongue in the shower and it sticks, yeah? And you get
it's like a squid stuff.
Have you had that comes to...
It's like octopus. Hello, welcome back. Episode 26 of the What's Happening podcast. Brought to you, as always, by Orange County CBD. Put them on the screen now. Here we go. Use code Happenin25. You get 25. Oh, no, you don't. You get 10% off all orders.
We're in a recession.
They changed the discounts. Cost of living crisis. Tory Britain. What can you do?
And we're also sponsored by T-Trade. T/trades.com. I'm not going to say no more about it because you already know the dance.
Right, so, boys.
Danny's got a story that Danny's been telling us for 4 hours. Now you can listen to it for another hour.
Right. I don't give a fuck, right? So me and Elliot, he's off camera, you just can't see him, but he's there. We were out in town last night having a scran. He's back from naval duties. So we're having a scran, having something to eat, and then Gary, who's not with us tonight, he phoned me. He phoned me, we're having something to eat, and he goes, he's been doing shifts at the comedy club, bails me, and goes, you'll never guess who's on his way down to Hot Water Comedy Club. And I'm thinking he's going to go like, Jimmy Carr, or something like that. And I was like, who? Like, go on. He goes like, Dave Chappelle. And I went, fucking shut up. I went, no, he's on. He goes, no, Danny, I swear down. I've never finished a scran so quick in my life, right? Being going straight up to the comedy club. Get there. Got let in. Gets there, they were like, please come in. I was like, stop taking pictures of me and that. You know what I mean? It's
no
about,
paparazzi.
I was like, it's about Dave, this. Like, don't wreck it for him.
Don't steal his arm like Danny.
I went in, I had the cap on and that, so I had the low profile.
Pure incognito.
I went under the radar. Like, only a few paparazzi were there for me.
Asking him for pictures.
He did, I said no. But no, and so like, we get there anyway. We're sitting backstage, that's gone. Anyway, we're sitting backstage. And then he goes and sits in the little theatre in the comedy club and we're sitting there. Phil Chapman was MCing and he had to make up a little bit of time because he was waiting for Dave Chappelle to get down. And then fucking Dave Chappelle's turned up with Jeff Ross as well, lad.
Yeah.
with Jeff Ross, lad. Jeff Ross is
he does them roast, doesn't he?
Yeah, lad, he's known in America as the roast master general. Lad.
So I only know Jeff Ross though because...
And you know him off that.
I now know him on a personal level. And lad, he's alright, lad. He's an alright fella.
But was he only big because of the roast battles, or did he have a big name for himself anyway?
He's been a big comedian in America for years.
Is he just a comedian or an actor or like?
As far as I'm aware, he's been in a few films. He's been in, but it's been with like Dave Chappelle. He's been for like films where they're taking the piss and that.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is with him, like, he was one of them, like, before he was a famous comedian, famous comedians spoke very highly of him. So when he eventually, not even eventually, but like when he was then more well known, people already half knew him anyway because of how highly he was spoken.
And why is that though? Just because of like a style of comedy where it's like content terrorising.
Just because of how good he is, and there's no one better than him at it. But yeah, so anyway, so sitting in anyway.
I was expecting a name, except me. You know what I mean? One of them.
Yeah, classic Dan.
Except me. So we're sitting there anyway. Dave Chappelle and Jeff Ross come in. They're like, what's that? Daddy, I'm like, leg it, lad. and then, so anyway, Dave Chappelle gets on stage. And then he goes, because I said to you, I looked back, I went, is that Jeff Ross? And you went, it fucking is as well. So I was sitting there. Dave Chappelle's doing his thing, lad. He was fucking hilarious, lad. Like, from the drop, lad, it was like, because it wasn't like watching like one of his specials where he's in an arena and it's all his like hard and like written and rehearsed material. He was just laid back, lad, being himself, just chatting to the audience, telling stories. And he goes, I've got one of the best comedians in the world. He goes, welcome to the stage. He goes, the roast master general. He goes, Jeff Ross comes on stage and everyone's going nuts. And everyone went nuts when Dave Chappelle came on. I was like, outside, going, and I was throwing me undies at him. And then fucking, so anyway, like, they're just going back and forth, having conversation, lads, fucking, just speaking to the audience and that. And then, like, he was not, lad, he went on stage for nearly 2 hours. It was about 2 hours, really. On stage nearly 2 hours. And then when it got to like 11:30, people started like leaving and getting off. And I was thinking, you fools. So like, seats open on the front row and Elliot goes to me, he goes like, that's your chance there. So I've just climbed over like the seats and that to get on the front row. And like he's clocked me climbing over. and he's looked at me, and I didn't know whether he was going to terrorise me or not, so I just went, and he just went, and fist bumped me, and I was like, oh my God, I'm like,
have you washed your hands since then?
I've been licking it all day, lad, it's the boss. And then like, he goes, he's like, are we allowed to smoke on stage and that, and everyone was a bit like, I don't know, and Jeff Ross had just pulled this joint out and sparked it.
Man, what else are you going to do? It's not like you're going to...
Even if he didn't smoke weed, you're smoking that joint.
Him and Jeff Ross have been smoking these joints anyway, and then he said to me, he was saying he went to watch Man City play yesterday afternoon, or whenever it was, lad, I think they played yesterday, and he said to me, he's like, you look like the motherfucker who scored 3 goals. And I went, Haaland. He was like, yeah. And then he goes to me, he's like, what's your name? I was like, Danny. I was like, as if you don't already know. I was like, Danny. He's like, oh, lads, yeah. I was like, I know, lads, yeah. And then he was like, how old are you? I was like, I'm 24. I was like, it's all good, I'm 24. He's like, smoke marijuana? And I went, yeah. And lad, Dave Chappelle, lad. David Chappelle has made eye contact with me and just went,
big whiff, though.
Yeah.
And passed me the joint, lad, and I was reaching out, and I was expecting him to go.
I would have had to shake your stand up, nice on my brother.
No,
like that.
So what was it, just you, or did you not fuck it to anyone else? Did you not whiff it for the audience?
There was a fella sitting next to me, only a muppet, and like, I've had a couple of whiffs, and then I went to pass the joint back to Jeff Ross, boom. And he went, so I've passed the joint to him, and then it got passed back to Jeff Ross, lad. But then, like, Dave Chappelle, like, he was speaking, and he was like, what's your name again? I was like, Danny, and he's like, he gave his manager his credit card. Is this your pizza?
It's my pizza.
I'll
leave you with this. I've heard this story about a million and one times.
So anyway, so Dave Chappelle, he's like, what's your name again? Danny. I was like, yeah. And he gave his manager his fucking credit card. And when he'd been speaking to someone over the other side, he went, go and get these 2 a drink.
Don't lie.
And his manager's come back with 2 pints. Fucking pint for me, pint for this other kid, and I smoked the joint and had a pint with Dave Chappelle. It was the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me.
Nah, it's
It was amazing. I was in the green room after.
Who was better on the stand-up, do you think, Jeff?
Me.
Jeff or... No, but you weren't doing stand-up, was you?
Well, no.
In general, no, Daniel, of course, in general, you are better. No, of course.
Honestly, like it was Dave Chappelle, lad. Jeff Ross was still amazing, lad. It was Jeff Ross, you know, you'd expect nothing less, lad, but lad, it was also Dave Chappelle.
He stopped doing comedy for a bit, didn't he?
Yeah. It was like having, let's say you've got Luis Suarez, lad, one of the greatest footballers of all time, but he plays in the same team as Messi. Messi's still significantly better, but Suarez is still heavy, still bagging goals, lad. But
is that why Jeff Ross is known now? Because he does stuff with Dave Chappelle, or has he got more of a name for himself on his own?
He does stuff with them because of his own name.
Because of what he's done.
You know what I mean? It's because of who he is. And
who's that fella who that? Because you've just said then. Who's that fella you said is like the comedian's comedian over there in America? Was that Jeff Ross? Like every comedian says is funny.
No. I'm trying to think. I said it the other week as well. I did say it the other week. But I can't.
You just said it just then, did you not?
Jeff Ross. Oh no. So basically, like Jeff Ross, what I was saying, like he was already a big comedian, but like people knew of him before.
Yeah. So that's who's that fella who died off 8 out of 10 Cats Countdown? Sean Lock.
Yeah,
that's what everyone said about him. You know, he was like the comedian's comedian.
That's what I mean.
That's what I mean.
But I was sad when he died, me.
No, he was funny, man. He was a proper family funny, though, you know,
lad. But like after it, like, I was in the green room, and Dave's come over and he's come over and he said to me, he was like, yeah, I've seen your podcast and that. I was like, Dave, got up my ass, lad, you know what I mean?
Did he actually say that? Yeah?
No, lad.
No,
lad, you're mad, did he?
I've just had switches. I've just had switches. No, because he never said this in the original story.
I was in the green room after it, and Dave's come over to me and he said that he goes, lad,
I've never seen a man happier, when the Dominoes arrive, innit?
I said to him, and then I went, Dave Chappelle's come over to me after the show and said, lad, I've seen your podcast. And he went, lad, did he?
Lad, you never know. We do have people who watch from America. You know what I mean? It could happen.
Lad, he said to me, he's like, I'm looking legging this show at the Echo tomorrow, could I come on? And I was like, lad, keep your distance, please.
Stay in your lane, kid.
Put your phone away, lad. And he said, he was like, sorry, lad.
Fella's just being at the gate then, and he went, I took my pizza off and he went, yeah, I just walked here, you know, mate. I went, oh, did you? Went, yeah, the Domino's is only there, you know. I went, didn't know that. It's come be ass walking down. Is it really that close?
Oh, was he fuming, thinking, you just made me walk around here?
He was saying it as if I didn't pay for delivery.
Well, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Fuck him, man. You didn't have a drink with Dave Chappelle.
Do we just eat now?
Yeah,
it's a comfy one today, guys. We're chilling.
We're just chilling.
We're chilling today. We're vibing. We're just vibing.
Just chilling.
So,
go on. before we get into anything else, I done something this week.
What did you get? Sorry.
Just large cheese. Listen, so this is my argument, right? If you're getting a Domino's, you only get cheese and tomato, right? That's my beat. If I go anywhere else,
I feel like I feel like Margarita's the nicest from Domino's.
It,
Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I'm one of them. It's like if I'm getting a pizza from like, you know, all your mad like Freddy's and like all that, it's like I'll get like a pure meat feast and like or whatever. But because I used to always get all mad ones. Like, have you ever had the cheeseburger one from Domino's? Like,
nah, it shouldn't even be a pizza.
I didn't mind it, but like I remember once I was proper hungover and I got a cheese and tomato. Oh, and every time I get it, I've just got to get a cheese and tomato.
No, I don't know what. I just feel like that cheeseburger pizza, lad, it's like...
What is it? Because I've never heard it.
It's like, it's literally...
What I'm thinking of it like is 2 pizzas.
No,
Like
it's just the ingredients for a cheeseburger on a pizza. It's like things have happened in humanity.
Just beef, mince and cheese on a pizza.
Things have happened in...
Like gherkins and shit and like...
It's got burger sauce on a pizza. It should never happen.
I don't mind burger sauce though.
I feel like you can have anything on a pizza though. It's the same way you can have anything on bread, really. In the UK anyway, you can.
I don't know what I mean. It's one of them, like there's things that have happened that should never have happened.
Anyone want a piece?
9/11.
Do you want a piece?
Nah, man, I'm good. Let's go.
Cheeseburger pizza. I might have a piece in a minute. But yeah, I done something this week. Planning ahead for the podcast, and it nearly ended up in the newspaper. Nearly ended up in the Echo.
Which did?
Right, I've not told you because I'll save it for the podcast.
Go on.
So, right, do you know those little like I live by Prescott, right, and
Whiston.
You live by Emmerdale, you mean?
I live by Prescott, right, and there's this page on Facebook
Whiston
called Prescott Online Community Chat.
Okay,
right,
I've seen it.
And basically, Prescott is just full of old people.
Wait a minute, just so I'm not.
Prescott's just full of old people, basically. It's a town just full of old, racist, angry people. It's a great place. You'd love it. It's all about, and they always go on there and they all post pictures of people who have parked across 2 bays in the Tesco car park. And they're like, just go on
share it on Facebook groups and all that.
Who's left this dog shit on the paper? Like someone's going to comment.
Yeah, have like a neighbourhood watch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Someone's just peddling around.
It's like a neighbourhood watch, but no one does anything. They always moan on Facebook. So I went on there, and I've been kicked out of this page like 4 times, but I keep going back because I can't get enough of it. Right. So
why don't you just make a fake Facebook?
Well, this is what I'm going to say. Remember the way I done Seb? I'm going to make another one, and it's going to be called like Richard. And it's just going to be some old man.
Richard, yeah.
Richard, 5. So I went on there, and I put on, just seen a group of youths throwing fireworks at passers-by near Brownsfield. Disgusting what this town has come to. I even overheard one of them shouting what I believe to be Nazi propaganda. Vile. Right? And then the people of Prescott were up in arms at this.
As you could imagine.
So someone commented, are you sure? I put, believe me, Michelle, I know Nazi propaganda when I hear it. There's more. Right? There's more comments.
It does get better, like.
Someone's put in the comments trying to be half funny with me. Report it to the police with a question mark, and I put, I am the law around here, mate. There you got dealt with. like Prescott's Batman, lads.
Some of the sickest things is still like what you can see is on Facebook, lads.
It's hilarious.
Facebook's just where mums shouldn't be allowed, but they are. Do you know what I mean?
I said, I'm the law, they got dealt with. Someone replied and put, that's what we need more of. People who were willing to do something. I'm a pillar of the community, the town.
He's now the mayor of Prescott.
I've got a key to the town and that. You've inducted me into the Freemasons of Prescott and everything. I'm the law. Lad, it's fucking... And then, yeah, so I got a message. I've finished this because I got a message of somebody called Remy. All right, mate. Hope you don't mind me getting in touch with you out of the blue. I'm a reporter for the Liverpool Echo. Wanted to see if you'd be up for a chat about the group of youths throwing fireworks near Brownsfield so I can get more details. No worries if not. I replied, ask away, Remy.
I'll just send Remy on a wild goose chase, you know.
Have you not seen these pictures?
I've not seen all of it.
So we put, cheers, mate. When did you see them? Was it this morning? Now, in my head, I thought, he's asked me to paint him a picture. So
and you're the master of.
So, paint I shall. So I said, yes, early hours. I was out and about collecting pebbles, as I often do. And then I heard what appeared to be Mein Kampf. So naturally, I was drawn in.
Mein Kampf. Sorry, what's that?
That was the book. That was the book that made
I never did that. Okay.
He didn't write it, did he? That was, I'm sure. Oh, did he write it?
He wrote it.
Did he write it? Yeah.
Great author.
Wasn't it bigger than the Bible at one point?
Yeah, it still is. It still is.
Yeah,
There's more copies of Mein Kampf in Art than there is the Bible. That's all I'm saying, lads.
I never chose to read it, mate. I swear into it, like so.
So I said there, and I heard what appeared to be Mein Kampf, and naturally I was drawn in. So I said, next thing, a firework whizzes past my head, and they charged me and a few others like a pack of wild dogs. So I found myself in a fight with one of them. One of the swift ones threw down the pipe. And that was that, really.
Did he message you back after? Because you never put it on else.
He must have knew you were taking the piss.
Well, I think he did, because I read the other messages here. Let me try and find them. They were just screenshots, lad. I think he clocked rather quickly I was taking the piss. He thought, wow, what time? I said, I can't really remember, mate. It was all a play. And then he said, blind me. He said, so can you send over your number and I'll give you the bell? I said, well, can I have proof that you work for the Echo, please? Because this was just some fella on Facebook messaging me. So he sent me a link, and he actually did. Like, he sent me a link to his Echo fucking employee profile. Like, he's fully got like a full portfolio of articles he's written on the website. And then I said to him, cool, like, will I be able to stay anonymous then? And then I think that's when he realised I was taking the piss. And then he read that message and didn't reply.
Why didn't you just do it?
Remy's lost out there on
Remy's lost out.
Why didn't you just do it, though?
Well, because I don't know why, but I was thinking, like, because obviously, like, with work, they're not right about me doing what I'm doing, as long as, like, it couldn't potentially drag the company into. But if I start taking the piss with,
but I'll just say it on the podcast instead.
Yeah, well,
I'll just say it on the podcast.
This is my own platform.
Yeah.
I'm not invading someone else's. I'm speaking freely as I do.
Funny that Facebook, innit, lad?
Nah,
all I got on Facebook is me auntie sharing fucking lost dogs from Cambodia.
Well, you know what I mean? I had to
share it found. Hope it's found.
I just see old birds who are like 18 sharing stuff about the fellas not looking after the 5 kids they've got. Do you know what I mean?
I had to fucking unfriend me granddad on Facebook for a while.
What? Why? Unfriend your granddad?
Because you know the way they say old people are racist.
Yeah, he was waiting for it, you know.
He is.
Yeah.
And like, it was one of them. Like, I'd be scrolling about, like, cute video of a dog. An old Vine compilation. Oh, my granddad's posted something and it'd be a picture shared of like a translucent Union Jack, and it was like, if they don't like it here, they can fucking go. I was like, I don't need to see
Tommy
this.
Robbo vibes.
Yeah, honestly, but it was all madness. Like, there'd be like a picture of like refugees like crossing the channel in like dinghies, and then a picture of a homeless man who's very clearly in America. And it was like, they can let these in, but they won't look after him. I'm like, because he's from Ohio. Probably why that is.
That was just a score back in the day with all the old people are winning. It was just like I remember me ma telling me a story, and this is when like they were young, like 17, 18, and a mate tried to bring home a black lad and got his head and like I don't know if he got his head punched in or
that's just the way things was back then. Like, lad, it's nothing against them. I mean, they were grew up that way, so you can't blame them.
That's the way everyone was brought up.
And it is mad, though.
Even though it's still rife today, you can see it sort of heading in the right direction with all that.
It's got to go through generations,
It's got to go through all that shit anyway.
It's mad, like, when you think about it, but I've never done it, so I'm in the clear.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about the generational thing. Like, it takes 3 generations for something to come out of, you know, like a family. Because, like, let's say the kid from young...
Is this your union coming out again?
This is just common sense. This is just common sense.
How's that common sense? So it takes 3 generations for racism to stop.
So think when a kid's born... My knowledge don't even exist, lad.
So think when a kid's born... So think when a kid's born, he's brought up on racism. And then when he's had a kid... They're not brought up on racism, and then he's now a granddad. She's got a kid. That's 3 generations, and as soon as the granddad,
the tables turn.
Yeah, and as soon as the granddad,
this is what I'm saying. though. So it's like, is granddad racist? So
after that,
is Ma could have been racist and Danny could have been racist.
Could have been, but like that's where it starts trickling down. Do you know, when society as a whole isn't racist anymore, then that generation isn't racist anymore.
Not a racist. What am I? On camera. I'm just kidding. I've been thinking.
Right. Go on.
That's always dangerous.
What have you been thinking, Dan? So, I need to move this away.
So, the last episode when we had Santé on, right?
Yes.
and we were speaking about doing like an impractical jokers type thing.
Okay.
That's going ahead. I'm meeting him on Saturday for a little bit.
Tell me about that.
He's more than welcome to join.
Yeah, man.
We're meeting up for a bevy on Saturday, me and him. So if you want to come down, you're more than welcome. Be about 8 o'clock in time, more than likely.
Sounds fine.
I'm just gonna go over ideas.
Fine.
And
I might be able
Fine.
to make it, but just film me in.
Oh yeah.
We'll film me in.
Well, outside then. No, but just gonna go over some ideas. So what I want to know, from people who are watching it, and who are the reason I'm sat in this seat, like what sort of shit you want to see us do? Because I've got ideas. But for all I know,
But we don't want to do things that you aren't going to be into.
No,
we're doing it for
I'm
the
doing
audience,
it for myself. But no,
yourself's not going to pay for the podcast.
But
then.
no, what I mean is obviously I've got ideas, but I want to know what you use, like shit, like impractical jokers style things. But if you've got any ideas, shit that you want to see us do,
Right.
put them in the comments.
I've got another idea, and obviously you just can put your input in on this as well. Me and Danny have already we've got like gaming PCs.
Yeah.
You need to invest in one.
Okay.
Right? We need to start playing like scary games or something, you know.
And start
You
like
know what I
switching them
mean?
and that.
Like,
Start switching them and
like
that.
funny shit,
I like
lad,
that.
'cause
Smart move.
it's sort of like you're doing a podcast but playing a game at the same time. So it's like
Loads of people have said that, you know, to us.
Lad,
saying like, get on Twitch
listen,
and that, but I didn't know Twitch was just, I thought it was purely game.
I'm not even chatting.
gaming.
I'm not even chatting like a Twitch though. Like, I mean, you could probably live stream it, but it'd be better if you were to just film us doing it and then cut out the best bits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can do any of it, because lad, me and him used to fucking play that GTA all the time, lad, and people used to follow us
sick,
around
lad.
it just because we used to terror people for having
And have you
spoilers
seen how
on the
many
cars.
views people get on all that? Like,
That's
lad,
crazy, lad.
people are into it, lad, so
That's what I mean.
why not?
And it's like gaming just in itself anyway is like
It's massive.
massive.
Yeah, that's
know what I mean?
huge.
So we implemented it too. It'd be funny.
Them gaming PCs are a worthy investment, like, because you get two monitors, you've got like your GTA there.
I've never ever played games on a PC, you know.
You can-
Obviously, I'd play fucking like jumpers for goalposts in school or something.
pad-
Was a goalpost on mouse play back in the
Lad,
day?
that was a serious
Serious
one.
game, man.
That was the heaviest.
Roberto Baggio's free kick.
Oh, the free kick, lad. And lad, it was literally one angle that you could score from, and you're on it because the pixels were that shit.
It's a torture game.
Nah, you know.
You want it? Yeah!
What sort of game?
Oh, we did. No, I think I fully am on Twitch.
What sort of game?
Right, so it would be this little fella in his box.
Like a little black, and you can, yeah, I'm on
Yeah,
it.
you can get like razor blades. Yeah,
We done all started, boys.
You can get razor blades and like skin him. You could like spray paint on him and then cut him up with chairs. You could do anything horrible to this man. I used to put big like spikes through his dick and that.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious.
See, lad, they don't make like games like that no more. You know what I mean? For kids to be able to play
That
on.
game still exists.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, defo.
No, I'm telling you for a fact it does. It does. I played it in the last 12 months.
I played it at the time. You ever remember that motocross game?
Unbelievable game.
Oh, lad, I'm on it. Yeah, it's sick.
Unbelievable game, lad.
Did you ever used to play a horse racing game? Like horse race tycoon
No,
or something?
I had
And lad,
like-
you used to like bet on it?
No,
and used to get
I had,
down?
I had
Race
like,
horse tycoon or something, lad?
no, I had that thing. I had like mates
Well,
and
lad,
that.
Bobby, if that's what you're into, lad, you know what I mean?
Lad, listen, I remember, right, I was in year 5, right, and I found this website, I forget the name of it. But used to do all like stupid shit on it, right? So it was like a picture. So it was like a girl, and she was like an attractive female,
Yeah,
you'd
of
say,
course.
right? So she stood
Big
there.
tits.
Pleasing to
And
the eye.
she's in a bikini bottoms, a white t-shirt, and you can see a bikini top through it, right? So you click on the t-shirt. Choked on cheese. You click on the t-shirt and you can pull it up, but when you pull it up, it's a big fat fella's body. So obviously I'm in year 5 and I'm like,
Yeah, lad, obviously.
everyone get round me computer. Come and have a look at this, birds and Nellies. Right? So they all come round the computer.
She had Nellies, but you just hairy.
They all had
You know what I
it was
mean?
that proper hairy chest, oh, you're on it.
Yeah.
And I lifted the top up and the teacher clocked me doing it. And I got barred off the computers for 4 weeks.
Oh, right.
For 4 weeks, that was
4
so
weeks,
fucking
yeah.
fella's body.
Do you remember that when you'd be on a game or something and your computer would just turn off and it'd be a message off the teacher and you'd just be like that creeping over your computer, looking at the teacher, eyeing you up, and you're like, oh no, I'm not going to talk to her today.
I remember when I was in like
Flip.
year 5 and year 6, my primary school, he bought like DS's for the class, and every Friday you'd ever have like golden time in school or whatever it was called, and you'd have like an hour at the end of the day. You could just go wild. and
All the share bit anyone can have in that last hour.
I'd fell up, have you got any more of them but fucking, so we used to get the DS's out, and there was this thing you could connect all the DS's together like through like Bluetooth or something, and there was like a big group chat you could make, right?
Oh, do you remember that?
I got banned off them because you used to go on and just bully the fat kids, like. So like, it's like you tried to escape me in real life. I'm on your DS now, haha, you fat cunt, man. It was horrible. I was like,
what was that
10,
called?
lad.
What was that called? Pick chat or something?
Lad,
You know,
I
the little chat
for me,
thing?
it was just called cyberbullying, lad, but it was great fun, though, lad. It was amazing, lad. But like, yeah, they wouldn't let me on the DSs anymore, so I had to start bringing my own Game Boy, and I was like, sorry for the DS.
Here's a question for you. What was your first ever social media like thing?
Facebook.
Was it?
Facebook in 2009.
Really?
Oh, no, sorry, mine was on MySpace when I was like 7.
No, wait, no, lad, I'm chatting shit. Sorry, MSN. Way
MSN,
before that.
yeah, yeah,
But I wouldn't call that social media. That's just messaging, innit? You know what I mean? Nah, I didn't have that.
You had your own website.
Streamed online.
Yes.
Nah,
Never had Pixel.
nah, lad, I never
Because
had
there was like
Pixel.
Pixel and then there was another one called Bebo and I couldn't work my head around it.
Bebo was shit, lad.
I couldn't work my head around it.
I was never on it, then,
you know what I'm saying? Have you ever used Tumblr?
Yeah, the only reason
I've never used Tumblr. I've obviously seen what Tumblr is.
The only reason I ever used to use Tumblr is
Just
because when
quotes,
I was a kid, my ma ran out of the block on the internet and Tumblr was full of porn, lad.
Oh no!
From having a
Lad,
What was that?
listen,
Did you
no.
ever used to do this back in the day? Do you remember Stupidity for your BlackBerry?
You download
You'd
the
get
tunes,
porn.
innit?
No, lad. So, lad,
What?
if you typed in X content or something, lad, it'd take you to a link and you could watch porn through Stupidity. So, like, my man and dad have obviously blocked porn on my phone, so I just go on porn through that.
Lad, I got
Sorry, Mum.
creative.
Sorry, Mum.
Sorry, mum.
I made the proper artsy Tumblr. I used to post pictures of like croissants and that.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. On a quote.
It was just like back shots, POV and all the shit like that.
Now the hair makes sense.
That was like French pastries. But yeah, lad, I only ever used Tumblr because my mum and dad had an internet blocker on until I was like 14. Because apparently they wanted me to go out to be Amish. And fucking, so I used to go on Tumblr, lad, and lad, my search history on Tumblr was the dark web.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, lad, it was proper, like, it was like middle-aged women. Shit like that, and it was scary.
Middle-aged women eating poo.
It was horrible, lad. But yeah, I think the first ever one I ever social media that I had though was Facebook. But like I had to make it on the sly because my half fella didn't want me having fucking social media when I was a kid because of like paedophiles on it.
Paedophilia.
And I never thought that.
Only because his dad was a pedo,
So
we didn't want to see him on it.
He knew the damage they could do.
Yeah,
Do
you know what I mean? So me and my cousin, I was in my cousin's one day, and she was like, I think she was like 14, I was like 10 or something. This sounds like a weird porn. That's not where it's going. And she was like,
This is a story for the dark web.
yeah, she was like,
You know what I
she
mean?
Tumblr page.
with me croissants and me pan chocolates. But yeah, that's how she's like, we'll make you a Facebook on the slime, we won't tell you that. So I was in the profile picture like, come on.
Oh, lad,
then
we
because
all
I-
had them. No,
but lad,
I swear snapbacks that way. You know what I mean? And you used to stand there like that.
But lad,
Proper
because I had
posing.
all my cousins on it, I come up on his Facebook because they have mutual friends, and I'm sat around and he goes, what's this? And there's just me in the Liverpool top going, lad, it was disgusting.
You've still got that picture uploaded?
It's still your profile picture, lad.
Have you seen Danny's pictures on Facebook?
Oh, lad, some of them are bad, you know.
I had to delete them all, babe. I had to delete all fucking back in the day.
Lad,
ones,
I
lad.
leave them on there, lad, so that people can see how
much you've grown.
How good looking I am now. Which is very.
I used to do the maddest posts, lad, you know, like for a rate and that. And I get no likes.
No,
you
mine
rats.
mine was like,
That's
I'd
weird.
be speaking to her bird for 3 days when I was 14 and she'd like me and it was like, I can't stop thinking about you.
Oh my
Yeah, I'm on it.
I remember on
I want
BBM,
major
lad.
of them, lad.
I remember on BBM, you know, you could like put like a little status on BBM and that.
Yeah.
I was fucking with this bird when I was in like year 8 or something, and like I had a proper wanted to neck her, but she was like, she was like, no, like we're 12.
And he's 17, like, leg it now.
Yeah, but lad, it was one of them. We were both in year 8 at the same time, and.
Yeah, because he was a substitute teacher. At the same time,
we both in the same geography lesson, that's all you need to know. No, we were both in year 8, lad, right? And like we used to go to this youth club, lad, because apparently I was dying to get molested. And then fucking, so we been in there one day, and like we were waiting for them to open the doors, let us in. And how did this happen, lad? Yeah, sorry, so it's pissing down, right? And I've been thinking like I've seen films. This is my moment. I'll do it in the rain. It'll be dead romantic and that. So I've walked over and I've been like Keely. Name's Keely.
Keely.
I was like Keely. I was like, just neck me. And she just went, nah. She just went, nah. And so that's why I went on BBM, right? And started putting all mad status on it. I was like,
Put your status as busy.
honestly,
You know what I mean? When you put it with the red
fucking.
fucking.
She was the black circle.
Yeah.
And I started putting all mad statuses on.
Oh,
And I was
mad.
just like, when you love someone but they don't love you back and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it was horrible, you know.
I got a story for you. So this was before any of that shit, BBM, MSN, all that. I was in year 3, right? Just started. like, juniors, innit?
Juniors, yeah.
Just after juniors, right? I was just buried in there, and I fucking loved it. But it was one of them pure kid love, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
You start like fucking on Valentine's Day sending a handmade card and that. Do you know what I mean?
Nah,
was that just me?
Mine
Yeah,
was even worse, lad. So obviously it was like, there was a few kids in the class.
A handmade card?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was.
I made a handmade card for the
handmade
bird back in
card.
the day, me. Like.
So it was like, everyone used to like fancy this like same bird, but it was one of them.
That was the same in my school, you know.
Do you know what though?
The same in my
But
school.
if you think about it back in the day, like she was decent, but it was like, you know, because everyone else fancied it at the same time. It's sort of like a competition thing,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Pack mentality comes out, like
So-
you got kids on the playground having dance battles.
So I was speaking to me and I was like, oh, be boss if you could just kiss her and all that, you know, just your normal kid chat, right?
Yeah.
So me and my mate come up with this thing and I was like, well, what we should do is we should pretend to like fall over in front of her and like kiss her on the cheek as we do it, right? That's how stupid we was. And that's how stupid we was though. So it was like,
so you should both gonna have a freeway kiss?
no.
Imagine
So it
if
was
she
like,
just pulled back and they just kissed.
No,
You know what I mean?
no.
That'd
It
be awkward,
wasn't the
that
three of
would've
us. It
been
wasn't like the two of us doing it at the same time. So it was like, we knew it anyway. We were mates with her and that. It wasn't like, it was like she thought we were all weirdos. Not like we were all mates and that. And I remember we were on the island and I thought about my mate saying, oh yeah, you should pretend to fall over and as you do it, like kiss her or whatever.
Yeah.
Face.
So I remember I blagged to fall over to do it, and as I've done it, I've just went fuck off and nutted out, right, nutted out, and he was on the floor, and I felt awful. And then my mate was what ran over and was just necking it on the floor.
I remember, right? I fully, there was this bit. I don't even know if I told this story on the podcast. I don't think I have, lad. I'm not even messing. There was this bit in my primary school. We were all like lad, we're talking like year 5, year 4, something like that. We're all children, and there was this big fucking bird, and she was a fucking unit.
Big chungus.
Lad,
Every school had that though, the one bird who should be in the boys' toilets. Do you know what I mean?
Just naturally. Just like
massive.
Lad, like built like a Viking, lad. She was, lad, she had country strength, bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Like Origin.
Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah.
Like Brienne of Tarth.
She was strong. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Lad, just like this, like not fat, not mushy, lad, just dense.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
Have
mean?
pure volume.
Like, just well
Pure
built, lad.
volume,
Like
yeah.
she's like a Volkswagen of a human, like just well put together. And I'm on the playground, and lad, she didn't like me, and I can't think why. But she just didn't like me. There was things said about the height and width. But anyway, she didn't like me, and she just ran behind me on the playground one day and just shoulder barged me, and I felt like I'd been hit by a bus, lad. And I only ate a growth spurt when I was like 20. I was dead little for years, lad. Know what I mean? So when I was a kid, I was minuscule, lad. And this bird just fucking went through the back of me, lad. Like boom, like that. I went flying and hit my head on the floor, lad. But I cut me temple, so blood was pissing out. It was like Saving Private Ryan. I was like, Mom! I had blood down my face and everything. Like, my whole shirt was red. The dinner ladies went over and picked me up.
Oh, lads.
Imagine getting picked up by a dinner lady.
How
lad.
did you live that
And
down,
she's
lads?
running me across the playground. I go, get out the way. I'm there going, woo! And I was off school for 3 days. See, I concussion.
Don't
I couldn't
lie.
stand up without going
Do some kid in school.
If you're watching your little dog, I'm on
Beware messing, you just said it.
Yeah, she's not watching.
Do some
She's
bird who
got
had
kids to
a straightening with this lad in our school, lad. Some bird and lad who were having a straightening in our old school, but the bird was a jock lad and
you
done
lose?
the lad in and punched the lad's head in.
Fuck off.
I swear down, lad, we all went to the field on the back. And,
So wait,
lad,
it was an organised
straightening. Organised straightening. So this lad thought he was like a proper knockout.
You in the corner,
and
put
he
towel
said,
over the shoulder and that.
he said to this bird, I shut up, I'll punch your head. And the bird went good after school. Lad, this bird just weighed this. Yeah, he accepted, she accepted. And he got weighed in, lad.
I
It was
love
the
that.
funniest
That's
thing I've ever
great.
seen
I
in my
love
life,
that.
lad.
That's sick.
The kid got webbed.
I remember. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just agreeing.
Oh,
He's now in rehab for the mental stress.
Lad, when I was in school, lad, like, our school had to get merged with another school because there was a school in Iton or something. It was called like Christ the King or something.
Oh no,
No real money.
that's
That's not in that.
Yeah,
Canny Farm, that.
Yeah, that's not
It's right on that roundabout, isn't it? And it got shut down anyway. Because it was shit and like all the kids were failing their exams, so it was that
turned
bad.
that into a fucking college.
No,
I don't even know if anyone goes there.
It was that bad. The kids grades were that bad. They shut the school down,
I know,
so
I
they
know.
had like fucking nearly 2,000 kids from this school, and they had to just delegate them across different fucking schools. So like about 500 of them come to our school, and lad, my school, lad, it was like, do you know when you watch them documentaries and they put a new pack of lions into the nature reserve, and the old pack get weird. I was like a gazelle. I made a lion, by the way. I was one of the lions.
And he's coming into school and he's like that arch in his back.
And they're hopping away, and they're hopping away, lad.
No, like a cat down. Hey, like a cat in the back.
I'm thinking, I'm going like that. I was not one of the lions, and I was barely in the school. And fucking, so anyway, all these kids have joined my school anyway, and there was just straightness, lad, for fucking months. And there was this kid, I can't remember his name, he was from that school. We were in year 11, and lad, this kid was fucking massive, lad. He was tall, but he was also fat, lad, but he was just a big kid. And I remember, lad, there was this lad in our year, and he was like one of the kids in our year. He was half hard, and that, you know what I mean? And like he started arguing with this kid who was coming from this other school, from one of the rival lions. And lad, this kid from the other school, he threw a dig from that far down. It was like he was picking his keys up, lad. He went like that and just threw this big overhand, and it hit him square in the face. I've never seen a kid fall in half like him. Like it was, lad, it was like someone had deflated him. It was going, and it was terrifying, you know.
I remember when I was in year 7, lad, our school used to have beef with a school up by your way, but I forget what the name of the school was.
St Edmund Arrowsmith, was it the Eddies?
No, it weren't. Or was it the Eddies? I don't know. It was a school up them ways.
Probably might be that one though, you know.
So anyway, as our school, for some reason, in year 7, had beef with a school up by your way, like Prescott Wisdom ways, but I don't know.
It's like international warfare.
It was. We needed a visa.
Cross the border.
Needed a visa to get over there and have a straightener. But like, I was the same as Danny when I was in school. Like, you remember it when I was in school. Like, I was like
a gazelle,
3 foot nothing, little pipsqueak, but like.
See, you all had the growth spurt, I just didn't.
Yeah,
I got shorter, if anything. I just got
same.
fucked, lad.
But I remember, lad, so ask
chops.
Our school.
Nah, lad, I've had a shave now, lad. I'm looking fresh, lad.
Our school used to have beef with this school over fucking jack shit, lad, and I can't remember. And one day I got brought up into it, and someone got my number, and I had about 40 kids ringing me from this school, going, "Lads, you're getting it." But lad, I was a little shitbag back in the day. I was going, "But why, lad? What have I done?" And my fucking head was shocker for weeks, lad. But the same kid used to mess me up. "Can't wait to see you, lad." And I remember one day he rang me and I went, "Right, I've had enough of you. Where are you?"
Accident, back off, underdog.
Where are you? Lad, me head just blew off, but you can imagine, like, back in the day, lad, like, if I can find a video of me back in the day, lad, like, I wouldn't say my voice is like proper deep now, but back in the day, it was like, I was speaking like this.
Yeah, I remember me and you back in the day, we were like little girls.
You remember?
What?
Yeah, I used to touch us.
You was there and you was there.
But even you don't. You were only
I'm still small now. I've not grew since I was 14, Bob.
We were all the same even in school, because like it's like even when I see kids now, we was like,
you grow out more, like when you get older. Do you know what I mean? You grow into your body, like.
My little cousins have just gone into year 7, or going into year 7, so they've just left year 6. My little cousin's mates who were only 10, 11, lad, they're taller than me.
Lad, kids are getting massive now, lads.
And one of them's got sideburns. Like, lad, I've got nothing.
I literally, like,
I don't know what the feeding kids these days.
Facial hair wise, I get a little weird blonde goatee that makes me look like Shaggy off Scooby-Doo.
You get like chin, don't you?
Yeah. He was a paedophile. And then I get like,
I've not heard that comparison, you know.
I get these little weird hairs here, and then that there. It's like me beard's lagging. My beard's internet shit, lad. It's not happening for me.
I only started growing hair like a year or 2 ago, though, you know.
Well, like,
lads, you know before lockdown, lads. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't grow nothing at all.
Well, lad, do you know what's mad, right? When I didn't get pubes me till I was like fucking 15.
I was so late.
Lad,
I was about 16.
I had pubes early, me, like.
I was like, don't get me wrong, it's a jungle down there now, like, but
it's a jungle
down there.
I was the first kid. I was the first kid in my year, sorry to get armpit here. And I remember, lad, I was in PE and everyone was looking at my armpit like it was a fucking museum article, lad. I was like, boys, have you seen this fucking area? Everyone was like that.
Listen, lad, I remember in school, it used to be proper weird. It used to be proper weird in our school. You'd be on the yard and then you'd walk past someone and they'd go, "Ha, go ahead, get your topsies out, lad." And I used to be like, lad, I'm not doing, that's gay, that.
Well,
I had none. That's gay,
I remember my biggest fear in school, right? Because I didn't have pubes till after I left school. So I actually must have been about 16.
Really, yeah?
Pubes till I was in college. I swear down, man. Over that summer holiday, in year 11 at college, I became a man.
He just woke up one day and just went,
Listen, so in school, I used to always put myself in the corner in the changes room. I thought someone's going to catch me.
No one ever puts baby in the corner.
So I thought someone's going to catch me. I'm going to have no pubes. And I remember I was sitting in IT one day.
You keep bringing stories out of me, go on.
I was sitting in IT one day, and this like, they used to go around school, they go, prove a pube.
Yeah, every school used to say that, don't it?
It was like, you get your little toppies out, and I used to go, what the thing? I used to proper like over explain. I used to proper over explain. I go, what the thing is, lad? Like I don't need to prove to you that I'm like, if I know I've got them, like, that's all that matters. I'm sitting there from the fucking waist down, wax. Not even a leg here.
No, lad, that's funny. That, you know, lad, I remember I got kicked in school and it was fucking the heaviest thing in my life. Listen, I've been kicked twice in my life and it was proper heavy. So
I'd rather get shot then.
Here's my story, right? So
especially in school, lad.
Listen,
no one had a song back in the day, lad. It was still growing.
Puberty didn't hit me right until the ripe age of like 16, like I'm not even messing. So 16 came one day, I woke up and my dick was bigger and I had pubes, right? So the way
overnight,
no,
your dick
overnight, no,
he's
so
just
wasn't
got
like overnight.
No, so like he's like not accustomed to it.
No, listen, right. So the thing with me, right? I'm not packing pure heat, but what I pack, you'd love. You know what I mean? I'm one of them.
Yeah.
It's you've got to be brutally honest. So if you don't love yourself,
Have you just admitted on the podcast?
It's suicide bomber. It's like a suicide bomber, but with chocolates. I'm not packing heat, but you love what I've got.
I'm packing heat, but they're just matchsticks.
No, but lads, so like it was weird though, because then when I started getting pubes, my dick started going big, and I was like, thank fuck for that, because I couldn't have been ass walking around with a fucking pure pencil dick.
Couldn't even speak to birds.
Lad, I couldn't do it. Like now, lad, I've got no problem. Like it is what it is, and I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? Shout out Meg. But no. So
when sleeper Meg.
when I was in school, I got kicked. Lad, I've got so many fucking stories about school. I remember I got kicked on the yard in front of everyone, and it was the roughest day in my life, you know. And I remember it once when I was, it was heavy.
Especially in winter. Was it winter? Sorry, Bobby.
Hey, speaking of the car crash, they put me in the ambulance and they cut me fucking full trackies off. I was in the back of the ambo, right, bolloco, with like two nurses there in my little box full of fucking snap me neck like a knob, and I was just lying there like that, and I just had this pure little, you know, because obviously I didn't know, I was like little fucking tiny dick in my balls. I was like, oh yeah, did I tell you when I woke up in the Aussie after it? Like a nurse had holding me dick in like a bottle because I must have been shouting for a piss, but I didn't mean it. No. So she's holding it like that because obviously I still have pure pencil dick in that, and I just looked and I didn't know what to say. And I went, it's normally bigger than that, right? Because I didn't know what to say. So she starts creasing, throws the thing that I was meant to be having a piss in, and goes to get a mate to come in. I'm still lying there with me dick out, and she goes, tell her what you've just said to me, and I'm going, it's normally bigger than that. But I remember I was 15 and I was out with a few lads that I knew, and I was speaking to this bird, and it was one of them. We were up in Chilwell and I was hanging off a tree and the bird was in front of me, right? And I'm just taking the piss and some lad kicked me, right, in front of her.
Boxies or dick out?
Oh, lad, dick out. And we never spoke again.
That's embarrassing.
No, but listen, I use no me, lad. I'm an honest book, lad. Back in the day, lad.
When I first started wanking, it was with 2 fingers.
Know what I mean? I had a tennis. And one day I woke up and went, hello, medium boy.
Oh, slightly above average penis.
Lad, remember I got egged in school once? That was heavy.
What, you got egged in school?
I got egged in school on the yard, right? So we were
by people in the school or from?
No, from our school. So we were on the yard. And we were on
some fella
someone passing by.
Dickhead.
You never know.
No. It was year 7, right? And we were on the yard and we were walking back to so was you there for the old school? Did you not see it?
I seen it for a year.
So do you remember where the big yard was, and then you had the hall there, and then you walk down that way to go by the wood tech classes and then you go up by Tony's office and all that shit there, so I was walking down there and I heard someone go, Eds, and like as I've turned around it just went
bingo,
right, bingoed me.
Egg.
And I remember I washed myself off and I had to get a fucking fresh air from Lost Property and that. And I remember on lunch they were going, oh yeah, let's go back on the yard, and I was going to teacher, no, because they've got it in for me now. They're just going to get me again.
And they got a 12 box. They've got ammunition. You know what I mean?
The free range. You can go from anywhere.
You fucking still haven't been caught, lad. I still want my fucking justice, lad.
No,
fucking
of course,
roomie
lad.
t-shirt.
Lad, you saying like they killed your kids, lad?
Lads, they killed me fucking new white tee from fucking Primark, lad. That's fucking bad enough for me, lads. You know what I mean?
I got the slim fit when I was looking fresh that day as well.
I remember there was this Italian kid who joined my school from Italy, believe it or not. He was from somewhere where the sun shines. And he joined my school from Italy. And over there, in Italy, like, it's a much more free way of life.
I feel like I know what you're going to say, yeah.
Yeah, and he come into school.
Yeah, okay. No, because I've got, go on.
He come into school one day, lad, and he's just walked in like that, fucking giving it all lick.
Today's my Dolmio day. You know what I mean?
Walked in, spinning toe on his hand and that, you know what I mean? Like that, fucking lad. He's coming.
I wasn't expecting that, you know, that was shit.
Who's farted?
Me, by the way.
Oh, he's fucking
and then he come in one day with a pair of fucking Crocs on, right?
Oh,
but like, obviously, Crocs now, people wear Crocs now, it is what it is.
I'm getting a pair of Crocs, lad.
I've got a pair on back order, they're on the way.
Meant to be comfortable.
I bought a cheap pair of Mallorca for $5 and it was the best decision I've ever done.
Amazing, but lad, he's coming to school with a pair of fucking white Crocs on.
I mean, in school, you're asking for it.
Sorry, he had black Crocs on, but with white socks underneath, right? So I started to call him Michael Jackson, lad. And then next minute, his name was Leonardo, and some kid went, ha, Crocchiardo. He got it for like 3 weeks. He'd walk past you and you go, Crocchiardo. He never even had them on.
Listen, lad,
he left the school.
Our school was a mad gaff, you know. I remember the last year in my school, like, you knew year 7 come in, and I just didn't even say nothing, so I just felt that ass on him. He was like an Indian kid, and he'd come in with Jesus sandals on, in a full uniform. Oh, like, come on, like, you're asking for it. Do you ever remember that kid who used to sell Quick Revive and Speed Cola in school? Please tell me.
What division?
Quick Revive and Cola? Like the Aldi version of the school seller.
He used to print off, like, lad, it was only 20p a drink, it was a bargain, lad, and he were alright, you know. So it was like, is Speed Cola blue or green? Wait,
Speed Cola's red, Quick Revive's blue.
I didn't even know these brands.
Juggernaut, no,
Zombies.
Juggernaut was red. Juggernaut was red.
Sorry, it's Speed Cola had the red label on the bottle, and it was also cola.
Anyway, he used to come in with, like, so, like, Juggernaut was like iron brew in a little bottle, and he used to sellotape his own thing for 20p.
Sick, that,
honest to God. And then it was like,
I bet he's doing well for himself.
Oh, lad, he got a stock took off of it. It was fucking ass, but it was like people.
The stock was worth like a quid.
I used to love selling Lucos and that in school.
He went down on round 4.
I used to love selling Lucos and that in school because I'd make pure dough. But like this kid was just coming in like being a pure entrepreneur. Like I'm selling Quick Revive and that. The teacher took it off and he was like, but it's only from COD. It's only charging 20p a drink.
Yeah, like, from he's doing good for the community.
And he was grafting.
Just have a fucking crawl following him down school.
It was like you'd go to Home and Bargain and you'd buy yourself loads of stock and stick it in your bag, and then you're sorted where this cunt was like going around with like pure funnels and that to like, I'll put a little bit of this in, like pure potions.
Like the Heisenberg of school selling.
I used to love selling Lucos in school. I mean, it was the closest I've ever been to being a successful drug dealer.
Yeah.
Those kids who sold slushy Lucos, thank you so much for doing that effort in the morning, lads.
The Pepsis.
Oh,
no,
lads.
you do it in it's overnight. You do it in overnight. Oh, lads, I remember I got one out the freezer before me, Mark. But just you never kicked off, but it was one of them. Because I used to sell the slushy Lucos and slushy Pepsis when it was summer on that. And I remember I got a Pepsi out the freezer and it just went bang!
Oh, yeah, it burst on it.
It everywhere, and it was fucking everywhere, and I just left it and went to school. I was like, that's my mama's problem now.
I don't want to stay behind for half an hour, Mum. I can't be doing the late.
I've got to go again. I was already fucking 20 minutes late anyway.
School was a fucking school was a
I love school now. To think back on it, like it was
hilarious.
It was like, but it used to. I can't wait to leave school, and then you left school.
I didn't learn anything, but it was funny.
Is this what stress is? Know what I mean? Is this what it is?
I remember when we were in like year 7 and year 8, lad. Me and the lads I was mates with in school, like lad, they were just other me's, lad. They were horrible. They were just horrible.
Imagine chilling with like 6 Dannies.
No, let's
be graft out, wouldn't it?
If there was 6 Dannies, none of you should be in this room. It'd just be like, hi, you're hilarious, you Danny. No, thanks, Danny.
Dave Chappelle in the lad.
I had a joint with them. Yeah, but like, there was these kids who were in like year 11 when we were in like year 7, and like back in the day we'd be like, they're weird, them. Looking at it now as an adult, heavily autistic.
Yeah,
like we used to go, they're dead weird, them, but like they were sitting there going, We just think they're weird for no reason.
Like scranning their own hair and that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we had loads of kids like that in our school.
I'm fucking scranning their hair. But like, the ones who used to sit there with like pencils and rulers coming out the pockets and that. Because they just used to love straight lines, lad, and all shit like that. They couldn't get enough of the fucking straight lines, lad. And we used to run past them and just grabbed them all out the pocket and leg it. And there was this one day, this kid, he's fucking, as I've grabbed it and legged it, he's on the shit and just grabbed my ankle and went, fuck off, and pulled me. And he went, give me back my apparatus. What
the fuck? What's an apparatus?
Apparatus is like equipment.
Oh, like utensils.
Yeah, he's like, give me back my apparatus. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry, you're distracted.
Imagine using a pure long word for that time.
That's what he said, lad.
Apparatus.
He said it, lad. He was the one who would spell shapes, you know what I mean? Lad, he knew what was going on, but lad, it was fucking... And it was heavy. I remember we got battered by them once, lad. Like,
by the kids with the
apparatus. They all have like monk strength, don't we? Do you know what kids like that, lad?
I get monk
strength. Do you know what I mean?
You know what we're on about. You're strong. But it's a compliment. It is like if you had the deadlift.
What's another word you can say? Okay, disability strength.
If you're disabled, you got disability strength.
What's a word I can say?
Avengers. Strong monks. But yeah, and it's one of them. And it's a compliment. If I was deadlifting against someone who had monk strength, they'd win. And that's okay.
100%.
Because we're
they have like the core strength, you're on it. They're so weak outside, like they're strong on the inside, do you know what I mean?
They're so weak outside, have you just said?
No,
do you like the socially, or like, do you know what I mean?
The socially outside, they go, I can't lift it.
They're just the ones open pickle jars and that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
it was lad that I remember they battered us in a fire exit once, lad, because we used to run past and I slapped them on the back of the head and like and he just turned around and there'd be like fucking 6 kids who looked like they were off Roblox going
it's mad how different we all are now from school though. Like school was just so fucking different.
I feel like it's mad the way that everyone conforms to the same sort of way at the end, do you know what I mean? So like you've got kids who like doing all mad stuff, then everyone just turns it the same, especially in Liverpool, lad, everyone's near enough the same. Do you know what I mean?
It's like that.
That's
like
only the case in Liverpool though, you know you go to any of the cities, lad, you go to Liverpool and you walk into a fucking cafe and you can guarantee 9 out of the 10 people in there have got pretty much the same outfit on.
Yeah.
You go anywhere else, lad, and that's not the case.
They don't. Nah, they do though, because they all walk around in scruffy past.
Like with Dave Chappelle.
Because it is though, because it's like if you go to other places, I don't even know where it originates from, because so many of them do it, like the old Southerners and that. Not all Southerners, but like they go to raves in like dirty Reebok shoes, like
I know what you mean.
Garage,
I feel like that's like a student vibe or something.
Dirty man.
What is that, garage?
Like, but it's like, but what's your analogy on it? The dirtier the shoe, the dirtier the chew.
Right, it's not even an analogy.
That's what he says.
This is a theory that's been proven by science. And
so,
in this situation, I am science.
So Danny's slept with a lot of students, for anyone who's watching.
Have
you ever seen? If you've ever seen the videos of young Philly when his mate used to bring people back to his flat,
I've seen it,
and he used to pick up the shoe and it was like dirty white 110s and that. That's Danny's forte.
So allow me to explain, because this is a theory. You're going to witness. This is like, you know, when the Big Bang Theory was proven. This is what this is.
I wasn't there, lads.
The Big Bang Theory wasn't proven, it's still a theory.
Right, when the universe happened then, this is what this is. Right, so...
They come in with dirty Reeboks as you're building it.
I was single for a couple of years, and in those couple of years, I had so much fun. Right? It was the greatest... second greatest time I had to Dave Chappelle, but it was the second greatest time of my life. Right?
So just get that tattoo on your foot, so you don't have to tell anyone. People just know.
I won't even need to.
Just get a QR code on your phod, and when it scans, it's the
just can read on lapbible.com/Danny Davies. I'm only going that. But right, so I went through a bit of a phase. If lads, this is what I mean. If lads do it, they're honourable. If girls do it, I needed to get it out my system. So I was getting it out my system. Right, I went through
85 times. 85 separate women.
I went through a bit of a phase, and I because obviously, lads, to build up any solid theory, you need numbers to back it up. So of course, I was
stats are king. Stats are king.
You can call me what you want. Man. Like, there's one thing I've got respect for. It's mathematics and science.
Yeah,
and that's why I do what I do. But, right, so it was one of them. You're out bevying. There's loads of student birds, and they will suck your dick for nothing. For zilch. Like, you haven't even got to have a podcast, but it helps. Right? It does. And so anyway, and obviously like student women are like, subhuman scum. Like, they are horrible, lads. And they don't clean the shoes, right? So after I've been around the block a few times, let's say, around the accommodation, if you will, basically, like, I clocked it after like 5 times, and I was like, let's do this like another 80 times to really get the numbers in and really get the solid maths. And I've come up with this theory that the dirtier a girl's shoes are, the better she is at sucking dick. Right?
Dirty
I feel like that could be a valid statement, because you're giving shoes out more. Your shoes are
I'm not saying that's the reason the shoes are dirty. What I'm saying is, if they don't even care enough about themselves to make sure their own shoes are clean,
they're not going to be
they
okay.
are going to care about what they look like and the noises they make when they're sucking your dick. And let me tell you, if you've got a pair of white that are now brown Air Force,
get to us.
Get on me.
No, do you know what? I never thought of that, because if you're not that arsed about cleaning your own
you're
shoes,
not asked that other people are going to perceive
what
you.
someone else's dick smells like.
No, yeah, of course.
I'm not saying you probably have got a smelly dick, but I'm not saying you have got a smelly dick. But your dick is not the only dick that's been
this is what I'm saying, lad.
This
is what I'm saying, lad. Like, if a bird isn't asked to at least just keep his shoes clean, I can guarantee you, like, for any of you young men out there who are watching, right, if you're on a date with a girl and she's got white Air Force on, that in the creases are now brown,
good on you.
You're welcome. Because you are about to get probably the best shoe of your life. Lad, I swear that, I'm not even messing, lad. Them student birds are ruthless.
I'll have to try it out, lad. I'll just have to stand outside Hebe's at 4:30 and just see any girls coming out.
Yeah.
Just say, yo, let's see your webs. Do you know what I mean? And lad, if I can't see them, that's wise. You know what I mean?
Real life Tinder, it's like too clean.
See you later. Swipe left.
Are they gazelles that are dirty with mud in the suede? Swipe right. No, the swear, honestly, it's just a theory that I've got, lad, but it's fucking, lad, it's true. If anyone else wants to go out there and test that theory, get on me. Give yourself 2 years of free time. Do your thing. Come back to me.
Yeah. He's a man of his word.
Lad, I'm a man of science.
We're 56, what?
Yeah, it's time.
I think it's time for anyone else to price. Roll the intro!
It's time for everyone has their price. Find out if you're nasty or nice.
Right, everyone has the price. I'll open it up. Everyone has the price. I'll try and freestyle a question. Okay, so you and Dave Spetland,
You and Dave Spetland in hot water having a joint.
And he's got a cush one.
What was he smoking?
The Cali.
Because
Like literal Cali weed.
They're all just big cush aren't they? You'd have to, wouldn't you?
No, yeah,
Big black
obviously.
cush.
It was just, I'm going to bring it up again. It was very bad.
I had the 2 technical thoughts and stuff, fuck it.
And that was just like...
Why didn't you do that thing that, like, what was it, you know, when you used to, not
Should
shotgun?
have went to him, game of killer.
No, not shotgun, do you know, where you blow the smoke into someone's mouth like you were pure necking them? You're like, come here, Dave.
Nah, I never done that, mate.
If he'd have said neck me, lad, he was getting his dick. So
Have you ever done that like a ham-bong thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Put the joint at the end,
yeah,
you do
yeah.
that. I used to do that back in the day, like.
Right, everyone has their price.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, Gary's not with us this week. The brains behind this operation.
But Gary will be here for the next couple of weeks.
Of course, as of
We
next
miss
week,
him.
we're back to normal schedule. Things are just being a bit hectic.
Yeah,
People
things
are
have been a bit
People are being busy.
It's been summer, guys. You know the shit.
You know that.
You know the score. Everyone has the price. So, it's autumn. Let's say end of September. Not quite winter.
Yeah.
It's autumn.
Probably still a heat wave in the UK, lads. To be fair. We always get one in September.
In this instance, it's autumn.
It's awesome.
And
Might as well go for October then.
end of September, it's autumn. And sitting there, the leaves are on this floor. It's all soggy. You know the shit. Everything's looking a bit golden brown. Everywhere's got fairy lights all of a sudden. You don't know why, but you're into it because your bird likes it. And you're sitting on the park. You're smoking a joint. Dave was busy. He didn't come down. And he's smoking a joint. You're thinking there, do you know what? Fucking, it's a nice day this. Next minute, you see some fella stood behind the tree in the trench coat looking at you. You look at him and you go, come head, Clive, lads. You're like, what? Come on, out from behind the tree. So it's like, scuffle, like, scurries over. You're like, what's in the briefcase, Clive? He goes, there's 150 grand in that briefcase, right? 150,000 gold ones.
Life changes, though, I'd say.
And then he pulls out
150 bag.
a secondary briefcase, but it's only about that big. It's a little briefcase.
Like that hard drive with a mil
Like
worth
that.
of crypto on.
He opens it, right? There's a needle in there with like a yellow substance in. And Clive passes you the note and you read it. And it says, you can have this 150 grand of tax-free fresh notes But you've got to first give me that half of your joint. And secondly, you've got to inject heroin straight into your arm. And after it, you're not allowed to go to rehab. You're not allowed none of that. You've got to trip on heroin and then cold turkey it.
Yeah.
And if, after, let's say, 2 months, you haven't done heroin again, and you've not got the urge to do heroin again, no, do you know what? It's making it more difficult. As soon as you've come down off the trip, you get the 150 grand. And you've then got to use that willpower that you might have within you
to not buy 50 grand's worth of heroin. That's what I was going to say. Then I was going to say I could do that because I know I'm getting 150 back.
It's going to go one or two ways. You've either got a fucking great story for the next podcast and you're 150 grand up, or you're the most richest smackhead in the world, but you die in 3 months because you're a smackhead.
I don't think I'd do it, me.
I would.
I don't think I'd do it. Like.
I feel like
I've got too much of an addictive personality. It's like if I'm all in on something, I'm all in, me lad. Do you know what I mean? The same with weed and that.
Yeah.
Like I stopped 5 years.
I've got good willpower, me lad.
Nah, see,
I don't want to do something, it's not happening. So I know I'd be able to do it and just blow my mouth.
I'm going to say I know I would be able to not do it again, so I'll take the dog, but I know I'm doing heroin again.
Yeah.
I'm spending every penny of that money on
like,
heroin.
what was Gary saying about that kid? He was like, that kid, he was like an American footy player and he got injected with heroin by accident. I think it was steroids or something, and he's ended up like a heroin addict now.
That's people have got addictive personalities though, and it's like, listen, it's one of them. It's one of them.
My personality is addictive. Like.
See,
I'm not even just like substances and anything, lad. If I'm all in on something, I'm all in. Same with anything.
I still do it though.
I don't think I would. I'd do it.
I'll be
150 bag, I don't think I'd say no, but
if you were like little heroin one, I wouldn't be like, yeah, go ahead. But if someone was like 150 grand and you get what's meant to be the best trip of your life,
it's not even a trip though, is it? It's just all like,
I don't know. It's an opioid, innit?
Listen, if it's anything like, well, it is. If it's anything like that fucking morphine, lad, all day, bro, that. Well, I was a little smackhead on that morphine.
Do you know what? That's every 2 minutes. Do you know what? Even if they become addicted, I've got 150 grand there. I can be addicted all at once.
That's what I mean.
Can you not use the 150 to rehab, did you say?
You said you can't go no rehab.
There's absolutely nothing you can do
to try to
stop you doing heroin again, apart from just really try not to.
Or what I'd do then with that 150 grand, I'd buy myself like a man cave and just lock the door with just everything I need in there.
Heroin.
Yeah. That's a smart choice, that actually.
Just lock yourself in there with everything that you need. But then you'd walk in and just be
I'd say yeah, and then I'll buy myself a fucking.
Give me heroin. No, like a shed or a fucking. It's one of them. Yeah, I probably would do it. To be fair,
I'd do it. Like,
I've said yeah to worse.
If someone said to me free drugs and dough, I'm not going to say no.
I know you do heroin shit, wouldn't you?
Yeah, like, I'd do anything.
You just smack head shit to know what heroin's like. I can't believe you're saying no to a clean needle.
I don't know. Nah, yeah,
that's it. A clean needle. If it was clean needle and clean heroin,
not a monster.
Yeah, if it was a clean needle and clean heroin,
then yeah. I'd do it, lad, yeah.
I'm probably going to do it anyway for free, but...
Because what is it?
What would you say now, Danny?
What do you call it on Game of Thrones?
Do you want to try heroin?
Milk of the puppy.
What about if you've made it in life, you're 45, you're set for life, you've got millions, and someone said, do you want to try heroin? Would you say yeah?
No.
Yeah.
Would you?
Would you? I wouldn't.
No, the only way I'd ever try heroin, do you know, if a doctor turned around and
only if Clive was giving me 150 back.
Nah,
do you know, if a doctor turned around to me and went, you've got like 3 months to live.
Oh yeah,
I've
said that about like the
be smacked off.
I've said that about DMT. You know, I'd only do DMT when I'm comfortable in life, because I wouldn't want to do it and then stress starts coming.
DMT,
do you know what I mean?
Bit, you know,
did it?
Yeah, DMT was a bit scary.
What was it like?
So like, I didn't get the full experience of it, like the way people, but like it was still heavy. Like,
why didn't you get the full experience though? Like the amount you took or what?
If you don't allow it, if you
you've got to just let it
do its thing and you're fighting it.
That's exactly what happened. Right, I wasn't even necessarily fighting it, but there was one point where it shocked me and I come out of it. And I was like, you bastard. So like, I had the vape liquid. And I was in my room just chilling, filled me vape up with it. And I was sitting there and the fella was like, only do 4 of the things. I was like, yeah, sir, whatever. And there I was going, lad, I'd done nearly a full tank of it in, lad. I was
you meant to like keep it in for like a few seconds,
lad,
and like let it
stripping serious bollocks in my room, lad. And then I've sat back and then everything started like, look, everything was like watering over. But it was half like a sort of red like tinge to it, almost like you're looking for like red sunnies, but like not quite as like intense red though. Yeah. And then all like the patterns started to sort of like fall in, and all like the fucking shapes and the colours and that started to fall in. And then I'm not gonna say like I was in that tunnel, but like I could see there was something up there type of thing, and I was thinking, oh, it's gonna start all forming now. And then you start feeling like that in your head, and at first it's dead calm and it's dead like. When it half relaxes in, you're like, nice that. And then it starts going. And then all of a sudden, it just starts going boo, boo, and it feels like your whole body's like fucking vibrating like a fucking phone ringing on a window ledge, lad. And it shocked me. And as it shocked me, I went, and then because I sort of paid attention to what was going on then, I was still tripping and that, but the actual experience of what it was didn't happen, lad.
Do you think you just didn't take
have your
enough?
breakthrough?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah, but like,
do you think you just didn't have enough then?
No, I had
No,
plenty.
you
But
cannot-
like,
yeah.
So how do you have a breakthrough then? Like, isn't it just off
lad,
the quantity that you have? Do you know what I
gotta-
mean?
This is how mad it is, right?
You can have I'm sure you can have breakthroughs even just on the mushies as well, though. You know, you can have
Yeah, you
breakthroughs
can,
on the
lad.
majority
Lad,
of
you
things.
did.
Must be
I
a
know,
mindset
yeah,
thing
you
then,
did.
innit? Do you know what I
Lad,
mean? Must
the
be a
thing-
mindset
what
thing,
it is,
yeah.
right?
You've got to feel so comfortable in your
Yeah.
own body, lad.
And you've got to be wanting it a bit as well. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
feel
gotta
like
be-
if you've got any part of your brain that's like,
It's
oh, I
that.
don't
You
know,
gotta be so
you're
comfortable.
not
It's
going to
that,
do it,
but
lad, yeah.
you've got to, and this sounds mad, lad, but you've got to be completely willing to let go of potentially existing.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
And that's it. You say
I'm
it and
on
you
it.
go,
I know
Sam,
what
that
you
boss,
mean.
but then you know when it's there, you go, I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
But the scattiest thing was for me, right? So the maddest thing was when I had my eyes open, I was seeing all the madness and all the shit doing this and that. But then you know when I shut my eyes and I was looking around, I could see me room.
Mad
And the
that.
cat was on my bed, down the end of my bed, Mickey, the fucking best cat of all time. And as I went like that, I could see him. And I'm still a bit trippy, and that's what I was thinking, let me see if I'm still tripping here. So I reached out and I'm stroking the cat. And then as every time I close my eyes and look around, I'm seeing my room and I can reach out and touch shit and grab shit. And then I was getting shit off my desk and putting it on my bed and thinking, right, once this is fucked off in 5 minutes, I'll know if I was tripping or not, because that'll still be on my bed. And I got like a can of deodorant and like an empty glass and put it on my bed. And then opened my eyes and it was all there again. And then after about 5 more minutes, and I was fully like thinking. I remember the FaceTime when I was going, lad, I was done DMC, it was mad. But yeah,
So you still tripped on it, so you still had
Yeah,
good experience on it.
yeah, but you
Like,
don't
that's better than having a bad trip on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, when you have a full breakthrough, though, lad, you're not in that room.
But do you know what the maddest thing was though? For like 3 days after it, I was dead sad.
That's just a come
That's just
down.
because
That's
you
just be a
didn't
come
have
down,
that
lad, yeah.
breakthrough.
Lad, I can't. It weren't that. It weren't like a come down, lad. I can't explain what it was. But
Maybe it was
like,
the DMC opening up to things that I don't know if you're
I don't
feeling
know
any
what-
at the time or what.
I
do
don't
you
know what
I
it
mean?
was, lad. But like it was like for like 3 days after it, I was fed up of just because I was a stonemason. And I remember sitting in the van one day and I was just like, I'm just fed up. I was just looking around and I was like, I kept questioning why anything existed, lad. It was dead weird. It was dead weird. And it went on for like 2 or 3 days after it and I was signing. And now I'm doing a podcast, so it's going really well. But yeah,
Swings and
that's-
roundabouts,
yeah.
as they say.
Right, question.
Question. The price.
Right, so you haven't got a price for this one, right? But you're all on holiday. You're there. We're in Thailand, right?
Okay.
So like there's bars. Like,
I'm shagging the ladyboy.
yeah, so there's bars you can go into where you sit at like a table, and it's like you can't see underneath the table,
Okay.
and it's like they'll just come over and they'll just give you the nosh while you're sitting there. So it's like we'll be sitting on a table of 4, and then
Nice.
next thing,
Yeah, okay.
so
So you could be having a bevy and the next minute you're getting your dick sucked.
yeah, just
Winner,
on
winner.
the table.
Do you know what I
But
mean?
it's, I'm sure it is anyway. But it's like
Did we get given money for this,
on like
Bob?
a high stool, So
Okay,
like you're,
yeah,
you're
like
on a
a
high
stool.
stool, and it's
Like a
like
bar
you're
stool
under,
type thing?
yeah, and like you're under, like there underneath the table.
High
Yeah.
tables, high
Yeah, 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 you know what I mean?
okay.
So it's
No one's
like,
here.
so let's just say for the purposes of this is a new bar that's opened, right? It's called Bob's, right? Clive's there. Well, now Clive's not there because he's not giving no dough out.
He's there.
He's there. He's there. He's there.
He's
Right.
still got his trench coat
So-
on, but he's got a swimming shorts on.
So the
Ready
table,
for any occasion.
yeah, of
the
course.
table itself is like. Do you know, like in a police interrogation room, it's like you can see them and they can't see you, but then they can press
Yeah.
a button and then you
One
can't
way
see
door.
them.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you can't see them if they press a button,
Yeah,
sort
yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
So you're in there, you're having a bevy, and then so like we're all sat next to each other, and then the next thing it's like we all go, ooh, ah. So it's like, oh, Matty's getting a chew, oh,
Yeah.
Bobby's getting a chew, oh, Danny's getting a chew. You know what I mean? Like it's one of them.
Yeah.
Gay, this is.
Right. So you're all there, you're all having a bevy, and you're all enjoying your time, right? So like, let's just say 15 more seconds, and you're gonna go, wow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're about to, like 15 more seconds to say. Next thing, the light comes on, right?
See them.
And it's 3 big, massive fat fellas. So you're thinking, oh, well, it could either be a lady boy or it could be like just a normal Thai girl. But no, this is like 3 fellas from Leeds, big, massive fat fuckers, and they've just been noshing you off for like,
Union Jack tattoos,
yeah,
bulldog.
yeah, bulldog and all that. They've just been noshing you off. You've got 15 seconds left. Are you letting them finish it, or are you just gonna say fuck off, lad?
Nah, because
Lad,
lad,
if
I
they
think I'd go
could-
instant flop, lad.
Why you letting them finish that? Yeah.
I think I'd just get instant flop, lad.
No, lad,
to be
listen,
honest, if I
look.
seen a lad, do you know what I mean? Bite it.
If lad, I'm one of them, mate. I don't know about you, but
Do you know
like,
what, lad? I'm saying this now because I'm not at that
This-
I'm not at the 15 second before coming.
As Gary says, lad, when it gets to the vinegar strokes, lad, it's game on.
Yeah, lad, it's game on.
Vinegar strokes. I don't know what it means either, but that's what Gary says.
Oh, is that like?
I think
don't
so.
know, vinegar strokes.
Yeah.
But lad, it's one of them. Lad, this is the way I'd look at that. Right? if you don't mind me just delving into this a little.
Well, that's why I asked the question, Dan. So please delve.
The way I look at it, they could have been anyone under that table before I knew who they were.
Well, that's what I'm
So
saying.
I've already
but
took that risk.
You're always
Yeah,
having it's either a ladyboy or it could have just been a Thai girl. You know what I mean?
I don't know about you, right? But I very rarely come from getting me dick sucked. I don't know what it is.
I've only come once and lad,
you've
it's my
got to
first
do-
tube.
There's only ever been
Lads,
like 3 birds I think that have been able to make me come from sucking me dick. So you've got to do a stellar job, lad. My dick's got a proper attitude.
Do you know what? I'm lying. A brass in it that made me come off the tube.
No, lad, I swear down, lad. My dick looks down on getting sucked. It's like, how dare you spit on me first? I'm not a whore. So like, if they've been willing to put 10 to 15 minutes of hard graft in, lad, who am I?
To take them away from that moment.
Lads,
Do you know what I mean? Nah, do you know what? I think in the moment, lad, you'd probably say yeah. If we all said yeah, if we all looked at you and said fuck it, go ahead, carry on, then yeah. But lad, if one of us say nah,
have you seen that video? He's like, if you man do it first, I'll do it.
yeah. Lad, I'll do it if we're all game, but lad, I'm not being the only kid who done it. Do you know what I mean?
Finish, lad.
I wouldn't even be asked if Terry went, "Hey, get off me." I go, "Well, I'm here now. I've got to come in."
We've come this far.
Oh my god, have you heard about these guys in Japan, right? I didn't think these would be, I forget who it was who told me about this, right? I didn't think that these places were actually real, but it's a full on, I don't know whether there's only one of them or it's like a fucking franchise in Japan, right? It's a cafe, like a little restaurant.
I'm on what you're gonna say.
And you go in there, it's like a normal fucking restaurant and that, right? Normal little cafe, you go in, you get a brew, you get a fucking bacon or whatever.
Robots now that you're gonna say?
No, not robots. Not robots. If it was, I wouldn't bring it up because they terrify me. But basically, so you go in there, and in the middle of this fucking place, there's like a big massive pillar, right? Big fucking massive round pillar in the middle of this restaurant with little holes in the wall like that. And there's birds who are inside this pillar. The pillar's hollowed out. And there's birds, like, this is real, right? They literally, they're in the night, they stick their ass through the hole. So it's just a big thing in the wall with asses coming out. And you go over and you pay something like 15 yen. And you just, lad, you just scram their ass.
I'm on it. Have you ever? Do you know what it's like?
Real?
Have you ever heard of
Is
that?
there lads or girls?
Girls?
Flying?
It's a prop. It's a
Sand all day.
It's a prop. There's another one. It's called it. Have you ever heard of Czech Fantasy on like Pornhub and that?
Yeah, lads, I've seen it.
That's what it must be like. So if you type in Czech Fantasy, it's like
you go in pay dough, don't you? There's holes into a wall, lads.
And there's like 3 holes there. We just stick your knob through and you get your dick sucked. Then there's another one where
then there's one like above it where you can lick the beard out. So you're getting chewed off and you can lick a beard out at the same time.
This is what our culture's missing, lad. I'm not missing, lad. I'm
Listen,
not missing.
I could imagine spending down going in there and just scanning a bird's box.
Boss?
Like just
No, lad.
What do you mean, boss? Lad, there's
Hey,
like
lad,
loads of people in there.
Have you seen on it where like lads? Have you
So
seen
you
on it?
scan a bird's box, have some lads just being like, have
you seen
spitting all over
Lad,
it?
they clean them and they interchange them. And lad, I've looked into these places.
Nah, lad,
I've
I've
go
seen-
to Japan suddenly.
I've watched I watched the 40-minute video. Listen, lad, them bears don't get clean, lads. About 10 lads, one after the other.
I love how keen
Do you know what
you
I
are.
mean?
I watched the 40-minute
I'm
video.
single. I'm keep on porn
I
up
went
me.
to a Thai massage gaff and scrammed their ass. Do you think hygiene of a woman's arsehole is top of my list? I'm scranning it, lad. Listen, that's what's missing from our culture and society. And let me tell you
All right then. So you're in there.
Yeah.
Clive's there, right?
Hi,
No,
Clive.
I'm resting. But like, so you're in there, right? And so the way it works is it's like there's a hole in the wall and like a bed seeping through, and it's like the girl's just in there with the 2 legs up in the air, right?
as well, yeah.
So-
Is there options to have them bent over instead of that?
But there is the girls in there who are bent over, yeah.
Shine,
Yeah.
go for them.
So, all right, well, it doesn't matter, just whatever, right?
the bottom half
So,
of them.
but the way it works on these videos is like people are in a queue.
That's what I was gonna say then, lads. So
So,
there's
like-
people in the queue trying to stay hard.
Matty's welly in it, and then you're behind Matty, and then I'm behind you. So it's like you're all
People
taking
take turns,
turns.
lad, yeah.
So it's like imagine you were behind some fella, and lad, best believe they're paying money, they're finishing inside this bird.
So I'm paying money and I'm finishing inside that.
So
bed,
wait there,
lad.
but if
Lad,
you-
imagine
so-
shagging and you just feel someone else's cum. Like, do you
That's
know what I
I'm saying,
mean?
though. So
lube. That's what that is.
No, but lad, like,
That's what
cum
that
goes,
is.
So wait
cum
there,
goes.
no,
But
but
you're just talking about scranning ass, now you're talking about
yeah, but I want to.
Cum goes sticky though, don't it? You know what I mean? You just end up pulling little chunks out or something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
chunks.
Oh, it'd be rough that.
Nah,
lad.
but
Like the jelly off cat food.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're paying
pork
money.
pie.
You'd pay money to go in there, and you don't wear a Johnny, by the way. It's just they're welly in this bed, and then they'll finish inside it. And then would you just happily just stick your dick in after?
I'll
them?
say to her, at least push it out first, at least clean pie it first, so I can go make sure I'm going in in there to at least a bit of a clean break.
It's not a clean break though, because you didn't push it out.
Lad, look, people go to Amsterdam and shag brasses who have had 40 fellas through
With the
there.
Johnny on
With
no.
the Johnny?
Johnny on no.
I don't give a fuck, lad.
Really?
If I
Nah,
can go
see,
into a
like,
cafe,
nah.
have a
I'd say at
bacon
least
on
have like a
order, and
wash or
while I'm
something,
waiting
like.
for that bacon on, shag a beard.
Alright then, name your price then, right? So, you're in
Quid.
that room, and 5 fellas are all queuing up after each other, and they're all going to town on this bed. So like, it might take one of them 15 minutes to blow his load, it might take someone half an hour to blow his load, but 5 people have continuously just blew their load into a bed, right? How much for you then to just stand there and pure cook yourself and just let them push it out in your grid?
So what, to push all the come out the birds? What are you there, sorry, to push all the come out the birds, Fanny?
750 pounds. 50.
Nah, the bar. Fucking hell, lads.
Because
Tough
what
on
you've got
that,
to
like.
bear in mind as well, I think, again, I
It would
can't
harden by
confuse,
then,
but
though. It'd be like a
do you know
like
when
a
I
sweet
come,
lad.
I don't know. What do you come, lad? Do you come glue?
Nah, listen, lad. If I haven't wanked in a couple of days, lad, it's like glue.
Have you ever had the tongue
Are
in the
you on
shower
it?
and it sticks, yeah? And you get
Yeah,
the shower,
lad.
it's like,
Yeah, lad.
It's like a
Yeah.
squid stuff to you.
Every time that comes to...
It's like octopus. It's horrible, lad.
Yeah, rough, like...
it's horrible. Get stuck in your ears like
It's stuck here, like, oh my god.
I remember once I'd come in bladdered and I thought, yeah, go ahead. And then I did it and fell asleep. I woke up and it was like, they got stuck to my belly button. I was going,
Yeah, it's every time. It is PVA glue though, lad, innit? It's soft. It's liquidy for like 2 seconds.
I had a wank once, right? I've obviously
it was horrible,
I
lad.
went all up myself and that. Wiped it off. And then I've stood up after I wiped it off. But this is like 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later. And I didn't know I'd come in my own belly button.
Oh, lad, I hate that, you know.
It's
lad.
horrible, you know.
I hate that, you know.
Just all the time, you know.
Have you ever done it before? So do you know when, like, for your viewers at home, do you know when you go like that and you leave like creases there?
Yeah.
It goes in your creases, and then when you stand up because of the
And it hurts. It hurts, lad, you know.
Stretches it.
All your little bum fluff just gets ripped clean,
You
lads.
feel like, you know, when they have them dead expensive Jordans in the fucking airtight suction nappy, you feel like, what are they? You go,
All right, then, so go on, name your price then. Would you do it?
well, okay, you've got to
You
It's
know
got to
what,
be
lads,
5 fellas.
You've got to take factors into consideration here. Right, now,
50
I
grand.
can't speak for all using the room or
10
all
grand
watching at home, but when I come, lad, there's a fair bit of
Exactly.
It depends. It depends how many
Exactly.
times I've wanked that day. It depends. And how long I've been wanking for. Or
What are you-
shagging the beard for. No, but he's
I
just
get what
said
you're saying,
then
I
he
get what
comes a
you're
lot
saying.
all the time. I say it depends how long you've been shagging
Well,
or
not
wanking
all
for.
the time. Sometimes it's like, and then it's done.
No, yeah.
Sometimes it's like,
Nah,
Yeah, but the
same.
majority of the time when you're goosing on it a lot.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's
yeah.
like, imagine 5
Because
fellas.
I'd goosing on for
Listen,
longer than a
5
wank, innit? Do you know
seedy
what I mean?
ass fellas who've probably got no beards, and it's like it's payday.
Are they
and
clean?
It's like,
Have they got anything? Because that's a big part.
all right.
Everyone's clean.
Yeah, everyone's clean. Everyone's
Okay.
clean. But they're like disgusting fat cunts, like, you know what I mean? Like the proper
lad, if he's
seedy
clean, lad, fuck
fellas.
it.
Like, yeah, but they're clean, but like there's still horrible fellas
Yeah.
with like chodes and that.
10 grand each. 50 bag, I'd do it.
you
Get me a straw.
disgusting
50
cunt.
grand, get me a straw.
Get me a straw.
I'll
50
give him...
grand, you-
Get, lad.
Get me a straw.
You are saying this, yeah, lad, if someone offered me fucking 5 ton, I'd say, go ahead, just don't tell no one. You know what I mean?
Lad, I'll lend you all. It's time, bro.
Someone just been paid, have we done?
Yeah.
Not poor anymore.
Hey,
Till like next Wednesday.
So you're honestly chatting for 10 grand each, you'd suck
Yeah,
semen
lads. Yeah.
out of a Guinness.
Yeah, 100%.
Semen out of a Guinness.
100%, lad.
Scotty.
100%, lad, I'd do it.
No chance.
Nah, right, me priced over 5 fellas, it's fucking hot loads in me grid. And it's been getting kept warm by the fact that it's in a fuck. It's like boiling the bag right.
Been sitting in a bucket.
No, it's been sitting in a fucking in a fucking gammon garage.
That's one of the best shouts I've heard for the
Gammon
fanny, you know,
garage.
gammon garage.
Lad, can I put me gammon mallet in your ham garage? Nah, I'm put axe wound.
Axe
lad.
wound,
You can't
yeah.
go along with an axe wound, lad.
Axe
Or a
wound, lad.
fucking, or what is it, lad? A clam.
Oh.
But yeah, I reckon I'm saying 50 grand per person. 250 grand, lads.
Ah,
How much for you, Bobby? Isn't Bobby's going to be like, nah, I wouldn't do that, mate.
Do you know what, lad? Honestly,
bro.
no, do you know what? Honestly, I don't know if I could, you know.
Nah, laugh a dough, lad.
I
listen.
honestly, not even, I don't reckon my body would let me.
I'm one of them, mate.
I'd be like,
I just
Oh,
close
yeah.
my nose, me, lad. I'd close my nose, close my eyes, and just imagine it was like a milkshake.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't.
You know what I mean? I just imagine
Where
it's a
do you
salty
get
milkshake.
your milkshakes from?
Mackies when it's never on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I
I just
milkshake
get the
last
fucking
night.
slip at the end.
Page Moss Mackies is a fucking shite.
Yeah, he's a rat, like.
Do you know what that is, lad? Yeah, they want to clean
They
it,
don't.
but because they meant to clean it in 2 hours, they just want to take like 9-10 hours. So they just don't, lad. They just
Yeah.
keep it fucking shut, lad.
Nah,
We're on to you, Page Moss.
I used to
Scumbags.
work there. I know the script.
but yeah, lad, fucking.
If you work there, tell them to open the milkshake machines. I'm
I
dying
don't
for
work
one
there
last night.
anymore, lad.
Oh, fuck.
Can't send stuff
You've got
to head office,
contacts on the inside, haven't
Yeah,
you, man?
you know Ronald.
I know Ronald myself.
You know the Hamburglar, don't you?
Remember him?
The man who made the meals happy.
That feels like the start to a porno. I'm the guy who makes the meals
My head's
happy.
stuck in a Happy Meal. But
Have you got a different toy?
She was like, opens the coat to see if there's ice. It's just Ronald's dick.
this week in the Happy Meal, we have the return of the gammon mallet. Let me try and think of one more question and then we'll wrap it up because that'll take us to about an hour and a half after we've debated the answers. What season could it be? Because I've always got to go season. I don't quite know why. Summer.
Ooh. Okay.
Middle of it. We're talking 30 degrees.
Humidity is at its,
Yeah,
at its
like,
rife.
it's humid.
Yeah.
It's fucking sweat. Like, it's not like Spain heat. It's like England heat where like anything above 22 degrees. Like,
It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
above
yeah,
it, yeah.
like, yeah.
22 degrees anywhere else is
like,
fine,
you
but
feel
here it's like,
you feel
what?
like you get in the 1945 shower, lad. You're like, oh, I can't breathe. Why am I choking? The air feels dense. But yeah, anyway.
That's our Jewish fans gone.
Yeah, it's a bit like, yeah. As if we have Jewish fans, lad.
You never know, lad. They're about.
If
They're
you
about.
are Jewish and you are a fan,
L'chaim.
Happy Hanukkah! Nah, yeah, so it's like we're talking 30 degrees, it's humid, lad, it's
Yeah.
sticky, you're walking around, you're having to do this for 5 minutes, it's t-shirt, it's fucking sticking to your skin. You go into the Raz.
Ooh.
The Raz.
That was already a sticky one
Sweaty
already.
guy.
Yeah.
If you
I've never been the Raz, by the way.
Have you never
Never been the Raz, lad.
The Raz is
Yeah,
scatty,
go
but
to
it's
Raz.
a fucking, it's a gaff, you
go to
know.
Raz one
Name
night,
me a
lad.
time you've had a bad night in the Raz.
Never.
You can't. If you're not familiar with the Raz, right?
The time when I needed this shit and I walked in the bog. That was about time.
Imagine Palestine.
Oh,
No.
lad. You've got no Ukraine fans. You've got no Jewish fans.
It's one of them gaffs. It's one of them gaffs where you walk in and your feet are stuck to the floor. Like if you had a pair
Yeah, I know
of
what
sliders
you
on,
mean.
you'd be like,
That's like
whoa,
Tiki
which-
Joe's.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
a bigger Tiki Joe's.
So you.
Where's
Little.
the-
Where's the Tiki Joe's?
lad, Tiki Joe's
it's making Tiki Joe's look like a Vegas
It's mad though,
casino, lad.
because you walk in and it looks like a normal
Just a
bar,
normal
and then
pub.
it's just this little snide stairs
innit?
that go down, and it's like, wow,
Yeah.
grease lightning 24/7. You know what I
it's
mean?
like,
It's
oh
like,
my
Yeah,
god,
man,
I love Mr. Brightside. I'm so glad you played it 47
lad,
times.
honestly, like I swear, it's the same tunes, but it
But
does
yeah.
go off. It's fucking
So you're
sick,
in the Raz,
and it finishes at 7 as well. That's a good
middle
time.
of
Yeah,
summer.
man.
Right, so while we're talking the humidity in the Raz, lad, it's like a sauna. But
And
it's
it's chocolate in there as well.
yeah,
That's like,
lad, yeah.
Just student gaff in it, the Raz.
So-
More or less. Like a lot of people from your students go to the Raz, innit?
yeah, because
Yeah,
it's cheap as
yeah,
fuck.
yeah,
it's
yeah,
It's
yeah.
cheap as fuck.
And they almost love the Killers.
And you
But,
can only, it's definitely money laundering. You can only pay by cash and everything in there. It's one of them.
Yeah. Really,
Yeah.
Well, let's not grass the Raz up. It's a great place, and they
By
let me
card.
pay by card last week. But yeah, so you go in there, 30 degrees, lad, middle of summer, and the women in there are looking large. Nice, they're looking. You know, the circumference of these women is like. They're one of them. You're like, oh, don't wear a dress. You know, them ones. It's like you wear trackies instead. That's for you. And so anyway, you go in there, and then everyone's dancing, having a good time. The Killers have been on like for the 94th time at this point. You're like, oh yeah, Mr. Brighton, yeah, sick there. You're all here, you're having a little dance. And then you look in the corner, and then you just see like, these people crossing over and that, and there's just this fella in a trench coat, and you're like, it's like I've seen Always Sunny when Mac and Charlie make eye contact across the restaurant. Like, it's like that, and Clive just looks at you and he just goes, you know, like, come here.
Yeah, I get it.
He comes over, you're like, have a Kenny one, Clive. He's like, what's happening? And then he's got a briefcase, and you're like, don't you ever leave your bag at home? And he's just hands you this little scroll. Opens his briefcase, he goes, there's fucking the sound effect on this briefcase.
Yeah.
It's a big question.
Yeah.
And there's 112 grand in it.
Okay.
Nice. We're getting
Very
a bit
specific.
specific.
Very specific.
There's dough in there.
Yes.
There's a lot of dough. And he pulls 3 of these. No, I'm going to say he pulls 8 of these larger ladies who have all been in tracksuits in the 30-degree humidity. So you can
Up your
imagine
arse, sweat stains and
yeah,
that.
you can imagine the smell.
Yeah.
And he goes, right, what we're going to do, we're going to get these women out of these tracksuits. And you're like, please don't. And he goes, I'm going to do it. He gets onto the tracksuits. And then, your kid's belling me there earlier. And then, he gets onto the tracksuits. And like, these women are like fucking, like the ring and wet, lad. Like, the fucking, like...
I can only imagine it when Preston Lacey does the challenge on Jackass where he's wearing the sweatsuit.
Exactly
lad, that's a rough one, man. And he starts, isn't it, in a towel, and he starts... lad, that's spaghetti.
He goes, you've got to go into the toilet with these 8 rather large women. And then they're going to be naked, you're going to be naked, and what they're going to do is they're just going to get their under tit sweat. And just like all over your face and that, and then for this question the fannies all stink, and they're just gonna like, rub it all up and down your face and that. But these women are big.
Yeah,
112 grand, you letting them have them
all day.
But you've got to take grand, fanny.
All day.
Yeah, all day.
If they're clean,
and the bumhole, they're not clean.
No, but like if a catch gonna catch something off them.
The fat women, lad, I don't know.
I've already willingly shagged a bird like that, so yeah, I'd do it for that.
So have you?
Yeah. We've all done it.
You little grass.
We've all done it. I know Danny went to look at me then and say, what?
He's saying like, you done it for free.
My face.
so and then you're looking at me like I'm disgusting.
You need to match.
My first shag yet, lad, the bird was this fat and stunk that much. When I fingered it, I thought I was fingering her ass. On me Mars, lad. On me Mars. This was the threesome that I had with me mate. Do you remember? And lad, I've done while he's been getting a chew. While he's been getting a chew and I've been behind him. I've been...
Do you not think this arsehole feels a little bit loose?
No, but lad, I was second guessing myself for you on it. I was like, nah, I'm on it.
He goes, smell my fingers. He goes, think you're at the round corner. He goes, ugh.
Yeah, no lad, yeah, I done that.
Oh, it might be.
Oh, yeah, off him. Yeah, Scary Movie 1.
Lad.
Oh, yeah, I just like looked at me mate and went, hey. And then done it again, and I went, oh, nah. And lad, he just carried on getting the chew for like 15 minutes. Lad, I was stuck with this smelly fanny, lad. It was horrible,
yeah, no.
Well, on that note, Matt.
Yeah.
Cheers, pal.
I've been ending this podcast.
Yeah, on that note, boys, we are going to call it a day.
Yeah.
This has been the What's Happening podcast. You be fucking lovely.
Peace.
Here we are. Orange County CBD and TT down in the description. Woo! Dave Chappelle, I love you. Mwah!